Hi, I'm Walton Burns. I'm the senior editor of Alphabet Publishing, and I'm very pleased to introduce a short video by one of our authors, Alice Savage, who will be talking about how we use drama to teach pragmatics. Very often, our textbook materials focus on what we should say, grammar and vocabulary. However, they neglect an entire area of communication about how we say what we're going to say. Uh, we use our body language and our voice and intonation and a variety of tools to give important nonverbal clues in a conversation. And pragmatics is the art and science of using those clues to communicate more effectively. Uh, so let's listen to Alice Savage discussing pragmatics and drama activities.
Oh, I am so sorry. I forgot all about that document. You needed it today, didn't you? Oh my gosh. I meant to do it and I got started with other things. You know how crazy things are. But really, I hope you got it done. Okay, that was me apologizing because I didn't look over a paper that somebody needed to turn in, and they had a deadline and I forgot to do it. So I felt guilty. I don't know the person very well. I'm afraid they think badly of me. And so I wanted to put a lot of sincerity into my voice. And I wanted them to know that I felt guilty. And I was hoping that they would say, that's okay. It's no big deal. Apologizing like that is an example of pragmatics. Pragmatics involves a lot of things, but what I want to look at here is how I use my eyes, my voice, my choice of language, my gesturing to show my deep intentions, to connect with you and let you know exactly how I feel. And we can do that, we can apologize that way, but we could also apologize differently, right? I could, in another situation, I might say something like this. Oh, sorry about that. I forgot you put sugar in your tea. Okay, so in that situation, maybe it's not a big deal and I'll go to the cabinet and I'll get sugar and I'll give you sugar. So I just say that kind of, sorry about that. It's the expression we use. Let me do another one. Sorry, I didn't know it was such a big deal. Okay, so in that one, I think you're overreacting and I'm not actually sorry. Now, you don't get those messages just from the words. You can look at the words and expressions that are typically used, but you get a lot of it from the nonverbal, and that's a lot of what pragmatics are. Often, pragmatics are associated with language functions. So what we've been working with just now is the function of apologizing. If I had a partner here with me, we could do apologizing and accepting or rejecting the apology, and we could do a nice little improv role play. So you see here what we're getting into is a little bit of theatrics in the classroom where students can have fun and they can try to use some of those techniques, which are actually can be very difficult for them, but to show their personality and their intentions in a dialogue, which research shows makes them come across as more trustworthy and more likable. You want to be able to apologize well. You also want to be able to do other functions, like agree or disagree or invite someone, ask for a favor, pay a compliment appropriately. There's much research on how to pay a compliment in different cultures, and people kind of take it the wrong way if that interaction doesn't quite go well. The nice thing about theater is that when you're taking a skit or a scene from a play or something like that to work with, it's not the right way to do it, but it's a slice of life, based on dynamics, based on characters. So you can look at that and say, this isn't how you do it, but this is an example of a couple people doing it. And maybe we can discuss it, learn from it, decide if we want to take some of those elements and use them in our own life. So you can see this is leading to role plays, discussion, additional vocabulary, and things like that. All right, so where do you get this material? Well, let's talk about 3 levels. One is the one I just did, maybe just a line. So you could give students the line of, I'm sorry. But you can also give them a secret cue. You're not really sorry. You're very sorry. You're giving bad news. All right, so let's try that. I'm sorry, but bad news. Okay. Or I could say, I'm sorry. Not really sorry, maybe. Or I'm sorry. Maybe I'm expressing sympathy. Okay, so we have all these different things. Partners can guess how the person saying I'm sorry really feels and get feedback on that. You can move that up into a dialogue where there's an interaction, and then the students can read the dialogue with the interaction, and they can have different ideas for coming into the dialogue. You can even look at a scene from a play. Now, a scene from a play is going to have characters who have objectives. That's like life. When we're in a high-stakes conversation, asking for something or turning someone down or saying no, we are performing and we're trying to use skills to manage that relationship so that maybe we can continue to have a good relationship, or I can still get what I want, or things like that. So there's always a bit of a game element to conversation, and it's highlighted and emphasized in a scene from a play. So characters have objectives. Those might be different objectives because that's how plays work. And they use language, tactics, body language, voice, gesture in order to achieve those objectives. So you can watch a scene from a play, you can enact a scene from a play, and you can discuss a scene from a play. So it's a really nice way to move into having good conversations with people and thinking about the different ways that we present ourselves. I've had a lot of fun with this, and when I'm able to do it with my students over the course of the semester, it's almost like their personalities emerge. And so I hope that this is a little bit helpful for you, and maybe you'll try it in your classes.